Hey, you guys, I got a great question about a shortcut, kind of like maybe like a review sheet or some sort of central location to find all these derivative rules because they're starting to get confusing. Well, I've got great news for you. Open up your calculus textbook, front cover, all these differentiation rules. So here are some we've done in the past. The U's and V's are like functions. So the derivative of any function that has a constant in front of it is equal to the derivative of that function, u prime, with the constant out in front. Here's any derivative of two functions added or subtracted together. It's like taking the derivative of the first, u prime, plus or minus the derivative of the second. You just take the derivative of each piece separately. Here you'll have the product rule. U is a function times v is a function. That's the first u times the derivative of the second, v prime, plus the second v times the derivative of the first, u prime. So first function was u times second function was v. That's your product rule. Here's your quotient rule, top and bottom. So you've got your bottom times the derivative of the top, u prime, minus your top times derivative of the bottom, v prime, all over bottom squared. So good stuff here. You're going to do the chain rule in a few days, which is going to elaborate on some of these. This one's derivative of any constant is 0. This right here, I'll be able to elaborate on this in a couple of days. When you see the chain rule notes, you might want to come back to this, but this is essentially the derivative of any function to a power, or any function to a power. You bring that power out in front, so there's your n that got pulled out in front. There's your exponent that's been reduced by 1, so rather than being n now, it's u to the n minus 1. And then you'll hear me say a lot, times the derivative of what's inside. So times the derivative of what the base function, so times u prime. But that's a little bit, I mean, right now I would just cover up that u prime, and that's all you really know about the power rule so far. But it's coming. There's the chain rule, which will explain that additional u prime there. But great question, great resource. I didn't have to make anything. It's right here for you. So enjoy.